Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we could do an easy sit down video. I thought this would be fun compared to, cleaning all the time, which I'm actually going to be doing after this video, but I wanted to do something different and do a more relaxed talking video with you. And today we're going to be talking about why I will never be serving ever again. If you don't know, I waitressed for about a year, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of my experiences and the reasons why I will never be serving again. Just to put this out there, if you are a server and you really enjoy it, this is not throwing shade at you or anything like that. This is just my experience, and obviously every restaurant's different, every person's different, and the experiences are going to be different. So take what I say with a grain of salt. This is just my experience. It's just a fun video to do, to let you guys know a little bit more about me. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to say where I work just for privacy reasons. I just don't think it's necessary, but it was a steakhouse, and I worked there for about a year. I had never served before this. I had always been in like food and customer service, but I've never served. And I had a friend who actually served there first, and she got me the job, and I was really grateful because at the time I really needed to make some fast money, and serving's a great way to do that. I started working there and I got trained. I think I trained for about a week. I'm not 100% sure because, again, this was like probably a year and 2 years ago now. 2 years, something like that. So I got trained and I felt pretty confident. I am a pretty outgoing person, so I didn't think I would have any struggles when it came to serving. Little did I know I am not as outgoing as I think. I remember my first table when on my own, and I felt pretty good because I did a lunch shift, and I had didn't have any bad experiences. I would say it was probably up until, everyone's gonna have bad experiences with serving, whether you have a good day or a bad day. There's always gonna be most likely that one table that drives you insane, or they're rude or passive aggressive, or they're just really needy, and you're gonna remember them at the end of the night. But that's not the main reason why people quit. I quit for multiple reasons. This is a sit down video, but I don't want to get too sidetracked and start going everywhere. So anyway, I was trained and then I was on my own, and I felt pretty confident. I wasn't too worried. I was nervous, but I wasn't too worried because I've always worked with customers and customer service and have been in the food industry, so I wasn't that worried about it. So I decided to start serving on my own. It was they let me, so I was on my own and I felt pretty confident. I was good. I'd never had any issues. And when I started working there, everyone would tell me that there was management issues, and I mean, there's pretty much management issues at every restaurant or every place that you work, so I wasn't too worried about it. Oh, Callie's so cute. But I started realizing it when I would ask my manager questions for help. They would be passive aggressive to me and act like I should know these things already, even though I didn't, because I'd only been serving for like a month at this point. And mind you, 2 of the weeks out of that month, I was training and following someone else around. So for about 2 weeks, I was on my own, but you still have little questions here or there, or questions that customers ask about the menu that you can't answer, or food allergies, things like that. And you want to ask your manager these questions. You don't want to risk someone's life or give the customer the wrong answer. That's my opinion, and I would hope other management would want that too. But most of the time, they were just rude to me, and there was a lot of people who worked there who had the same issues, and most people who worked there when I did don't anymore, or they've been there for a very long time. The turnover rate was insane at that restaurant. So I had a few bad tables that put me in tears. So I was in the bar area, and I had a section of 4, so I had 4 tables. One table was 5 seats, 2 of them were high top 4 seats, so yeah, and then I had 1 booth that sat 4. So a pretty good section, especially in the bar and at night. So I felt pretty confident. I wasn't too worried. And the night was going pretty good, and then we got super busy. I got triple sat. Now, if you don't know what triple sat means, it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you've never served, I'm gonna tell you. Triple sat means that you have all 3 of your tables in your section all get sat at the same time, which sometimes it's not that big of a deal, but when it's really busy and I had my 5 table, my 5 seating okay, my booth that could seat 5 people had gotten sat like 2 minutes before I got triple sat. So I was handling them and I was about to take their order when I got triple sat. So now I have to take an order for a table that has 5 people at it. I have to go get the drinks for 3 tables that have, 2 of them had 4 people and 1 had 2. So that's I know this probably doesn't make any sense, but I had a lot going on. And my table that got sat first, the 5 people at the booth, they were so mean to me. They were so mean. Everything I did was wrong. He kept telling me, like, if the food's cold, I'm going to send it back. If this is wrong, I'm going to send it back. He said our Coke didn't taste right and he wanted me to change it. Well, obviously, I don't know if you've never worked at a restaurant. They come in boxes with bags in them that have the Coke mixture, yada, yada. He wanted me to replace that. Now, we can't just replace that because one customer thinks it tastes bad. That's not in my jurisdiction, okay? I can't just do whatever I want. And plus, I just got triple sat. And I even explained that to them. I said, you know, I just got triple sat, 3 tables, so I'm going to go attend to them, and then I'll be right back, take your order. They did not want that. They were like, well, couldn't you just take our order first? And I was like, sure. I'll go with whatever the customer says because I don't want to get yelled at. So I took their order, and like I said, he was just being really rude to me. The bar was packed and he ordered a beer and it was taking too long. And he wanted me to like stand over there and wait for it. But the thing is, I have 3 other tables that need my attention. So as you can see, I was busy. And at the end of the night, I ended up I had to ask somebody in the section next to me who also had 4 tables to take one of my tables because this table would not stop. And one of my tables I hadn't even gotten to yet, and it had been probably 10 minutes. So I had to go get a manager. I'm like, listen, I need you to help me, okay? I need you to attend to this table because I feel really bad. This one table keeps stopping me, asking me 1,000 questions. And even when I tried to ignore them, they were my first table to get to my other one. So I had to pass them to get to my other tables, and they would not stop stopping me. So I had to ask for help, and my managers were so rude about it, and they were just awful. And the thing is, I feel like it's not like I'm a slow learner. It's not like I am incompetent. It's not like I don't have experience with customer service. I'm used to talking to customers. I'm used to, you know, remembering a menu. I don't have, you know, it's not like I was one of those people who are like, oh my God, she needs help again. She can't handle it. They put me in the bar with a 4-table section. Like, they knew I could handle it. So if I'm asking for help, then I really need it. So someone took one of my tables, and at this point I only had 3 tables, and one of my tables was a young couple, and of course they were so understanding, did not care at all. They were just enjoying themselves, and you know, they were so patient with me and left me a great tip. And I think they knew probably that I was struggling with this other table. God bless those people who are sitting. That's happened to me so many times where you have customers sitting next to your difficult table and they either tip better or they're just like, you know, I'm really sorry, you know, that you're having a hard time, but don't worry about us. Those people are the best. So, and I normally try to do something nice for them, like free dessert or take something off the bill just because they deserve it. So, and then I had another table who was an old couple, and I feel like they were kind of expecting it to be slow, so they weren't too mad about it. But this one table, so their food was cold, even though it wasn't, okay? When we took it back to the kitchen, I grabbed the fries because we were tossing them out anyway. I grabbed them and they literally were like scolding hot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is he for real? They were so mean, so mean. And honestly, guys, if I'm the type of person, if my fries are freaking frozen, I'll probably still put some ketchup on my plate and suffer through because, I mean, unless there's hair in my food or something like that, I typically won't say anything. And that's just how I am. Maybe it's because of the serving. I feel like I was like that before, and I'm a really good tipper. That's just how I am because I know how it feels to be a server now, and it sucks sometimes. So tip your servers, people, 20%. At the end, when his family was done eating, they had coupons, and he gave me all the coupons that he wanted. The bill split in like 3 different ways, and even though it was just him and his wife and 3 kids, so he wanted me to split his bill in these 3 crazy ways, even though I kept explaining to him I could use all 3 coupons. You don't have to split the bill, like, it's fine. And he's like, no, I'll save more money this way. And he just was not getting it, and we were just going back and forth, so I was like, whatever. So I went back and I split the bill. I put the coupons on, and I brought his bills back to me, and his wife looked at them and she's like, literally, is your job that hard? And I was like, frozen. I'm like, I don't know. I was so scared. She was so mean. She was staring into my soul, questioning my capability of life. She was just so scary. And she's like, we specifically told you we wanted the bill split this specific way, and you have a drink on this one that doesn't go. And I was like, so you're yelling at me because it was only one drink. I put one drink on the wrong bill, which they actually told me to put all the drinks on the same bill. So it wasn't my fault, but it's not a big deal. And I was like, I could go fix that for you. And she's like, I just need a manager. This is ridiculous. I'm like, okay. Okay, when I was standing at the table and she asked me, is your job that hard? That was like the tip of, like, I had no more in me. I already got yelled at another table that, before I got triple sat, it was a table that was waiting to be checked out, and I was getting the drinks for that 5 table, and I brought them their bill, and I guess they didn't enjoy their food, even though that wasn't my fault, but they yelled at me too, but not harshly. They were just upset, so they weren't really yelling at me. So like after the whole night, like I was exhausted. This table had been here forever, and when she said that to me, I was like choking back tears. Like I was so sad, and I realized I did not want to serve anymore. I just wanted to go home. And I walked back to the kitchen, and I was crying, and I walked like far back so that no one could see me, and I tried to hide. And a manager found me, and she's like, what's up wrong? And I'm like, this table just won't let up, man. They are being so mean to me. She just asked me, is my job that hard? And I'm like, no, I don't know what to do. So my manager went and took care of the table, and when I went out there to check out my last table of the 3 that got triple sat, she like pointed to me and she was like, well, your server over there, we told her so many times and she wouldn't listen, and just going off, and I'm ignoring her, like handling my last table because I'm talking to this other customer, so I can't really acknowledge her. But it took 2 managers to go over there to that table and figure out what they wanted from this bill. And at the end, they ended up getting 2 of their things, like their steak meals, comped off. So they got them for free, which is ridiculous. I don't think difficult customers, just because they want to be difficult, should get free food. They're obviously doing it for a reason. So that was like my main thing that happened to me, that at that point, I think I quit like a month later. That was like, I had enough. I mean, I couldn't take any more. After that, I started giving up my shifts left and right. I told my boyfriend I did not want to work here anymore. I wanted to find a new job. And so the thing with serving is you make money quick, but then you got to pay your taxes back. So I decided to nanny, which is what I do now. And it's so much better because you don't have to cry every day. And another experience I had a table that I gave them their steak. They wanted it all to go. For some reason, they sat down to eat, but then wanted their food to go. I don't know why, but they did. So I put it all together to go. And I know it was like a ribeye and like mac and cheese and stuff like that. And I put it in their bag and I handed it to them and they left. And then my manager came up to me and she's like, I need to talk to you in the office. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm getting fired, please. And I walk in the office and she's like, I just had a customer call and say that you forgot their bone-in ribeye. And I was like, no, I didn't. How do you forget a big ribeye, a 22-ounce ribeye? How do I forget that? And even if I did, I always own up to what I do. So if a customer's like, you forgot this, and the manager's like, did you? I'm like, oh yeah, my bad. Because it's freaking food. Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. It's not worth it. And I was like, no, I definitely give them their ribeye. They're lying to you to get free food. And she's like, okay. But she ended up having to give it to him anyway because she can't prove that I'm not the one wrong or whatever. I think I'm an outgoing person, but it's hard for me to be mean. I have to be pushed to that point. And I'm very sensitive. My feelings get hurt pretty easily. So I feel like when I was serving, I just was always on edge waiting for someone to insult me or hurt my feelings. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I ended up quitting. And I did a bad thing. I didn't even give them 2 weeks notice because honestly, I was in my uniform crying because I didn't want to go. And that may seem very dramatic. And it probably is for most people who serve. They're probably thinking like, oh my God, lady, get it together. This place was freaking tragic, I swear. And like everyone didn't want to come to work. And even after I quit, my friend still worked there. And she actually doesn't work there now, but she did a few months after I quit. and she would complain about it all the time, and I'm like, dude, get out of there. It's not even worth it. Like, the customers treat you like crap, the management treats you like crap, your other servers don't help out, they don't know what they're doing, people don't run food. It's just a nightmare, and I'm sure a lot of people who have served can either relate to this or they're dealing with it now. So I think everyone should have to serve once in their life before you can even go to a restaurant to eat, because, well, let me tell you, some people, they don't care who you are or what you do, or they don't care about anybody's feelings but their own, and they're super rude. And there's some good sides to it too. I've had customers who were great to me. I've got an employee of the month and won a free sound bar. So there's been like positive things. I worked with my best friend, which was fun. I met two of my good friends now that we still talk and hang out with. I met them there at my job. So good things always come out of it. But for these reasons and my experiences, I will never go back to that restaurant and work again. I won't work at any restaurant. I've even considered it when I was like, oh, I could, you know, work around my schedule now and nanny, make extra money. And then I'm like, I don't know why I would do that, because it's not even worth it. I just want to say, if you're serving right now and you hate it, quit and find a new job. Like, it's not worth it. It's really not. You know, if you guys have worked at a restaurant below and you've had bad experiences, comment down below and tell me. I would love to hear your guys' experiences and know I'm not crazy, because I know a lot of people have these issues with serving. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. And if you have already, because I have a few new subscribers, hi, my name's Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining. And I hope you guys stick around and watch more videos. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.